Hello, hello, only beautiful faces. So before we get into our dislikes, we're going to get into something we really like, and that's the word of the Lord. And today, this video, we are finishing, or we're going to get through some more scriptures on our conduct as Christians. We're going to talk a little less because we got really into describing it last time. Yeah, we're not going to do that this time. We're going to just give you the scriptures. If you want to write them down, have a pencil ready. We're going to start. You guys can rewind and go back. I won't be offended. But we're going to start with Titus 2:12. This is the New Living Translation, and it says, "And we are instructed to turn from godless living. Turn from godless living and sinful pleasures. We should live in this evil world with self-control, right conduct, and devotion to God." That's very clear. Ephesians 4:2 says, "Be humble and gentle. Be patient with each other, making allowances for each other's faults because of your love." Wow. I don't get a lot of allowances for my faults on my channel. I get nasty comments down below from people who want to shred me.
I swear, I get anxiety checking her comment section sometimes because I'm like, okay.
And then they have the nerve to assault my Christianity because I did something they didn't. Like, it wasn't even sin. It was just not the way they wanted it or whatever.
Or she had a tone or something.
And I'm sick 24 hours a day, and people think, even Savannah, and you don't mind if I say this, right? Like this last week, she's like, "Mom, it's the way you say it." And I'm like, "Honey, I'm in pain. Please." And she's like, "Oh, like you have to catch yourself."
Like, I know, I try
it's hard not to take offense to it, and we're all humans. It happens even between us. I don't realize she says something, and I don't stop to think, like, maybe she's having an off day. I get offended by how she says something instead of going
real mean.
Yeah, Savannah can come across like super harsh. But when I'm hurting, I can too. But look, it's very difficult when you have a YouTube channel and you're in pain to be like,
and they only see a short amount of time of your life.
And I'm literally pushing in to try to just share and be here and do these videos for you guys. But I'm telling you, people don't understand. I wish you could literally see the pain, because then people would back off, but you can't. So it's hard. But make allowances for each other's faults and be patient and humble and gentle with each other, the word says. Ephesians 4:23 says, "Instead, there must be a spiritual renewal of your thoughts and attitudes. You must display a new nature because you are a new person created in God's likeness, righteous, holy, and true." Ephesians 4:29 says, "Don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them." Ephesians 4:31 and 32 says, "Get rid of all bitterness, rage, anger, harsh words, slander, as well as all types of malicious behavior. Instead, be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven you."
He went around, healing people he knew, but he didn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes.
That didn't know him. He knew them, but they didn't know him. So it's like, again, I'm not perfect. She's not perfect. But we have to try the best we can to be nice to people and,
Right. Now, this is the things that should be corrected, because it says you're to expose sin, not expose like something you took the wrong way. It's exposing
an attitude,
sin. Right. Ephesians 5:3, "Let there be no sexual immorality, impurity, or greed among you. Such sins have no place among God's people. Obscene stories, foolish talk, and coarse jokes, these are not for you. Instead, let there be thankfulness to God." Look, I had to unfollow somebody Instagram
Referrals.
this week that I really like and care about, but what they posted was obscene. And I'm like, nope, that's where you lose me. I will not have any part of this. I don't want to see crap like this. I don't want to be party to it. And I don't want to follow people who are going to post things like this. And I'm sorry, it bothers me to do it.
But it's like,
I'm
I don't
not,
want that stuff in
right.
my feed.
I don't even want it in my eye gates.
Because when that stuff pops up in your feed on Instagram, you get more things like that.
Right.
More suggestions like that. And it's...
And I'm sorry, I hate it. I didn't want to unfollow the person, but I'm not going to follow somebody that posts disgusting things like that. It's wrong. For you, Ephesians 5:8 says, for though your hearts were once full of darkness, now you are full of light from the Lord, and your behavior should show it. Romans 14:12 and 13, yes, each of us will have to give a personal account to God. So don't condemn each other anymore. Thank you very much. Decide instead to live in such a way that you will not put an obstacle in another Christian's path. And I'm going to stop there because of time's sake. But these are all very clear scriptures on how we're supposed to live. There is no, like, nobody should have to say, can you break that down for me?
Because I think it's pretty self-explanatory,
right.
Honestly. I don't think it needs further explanation. It's very easy, very cut, dry,
Very clear to understand.
Just like, yeah. So
now we're going to get into our June absolute dislikes. Yes. And thumbs down, no snaps. Maybe
like a...
Maybe we fart on them or something, but that's about it. No,
I wouldn't.
We wouldn't do that. But,
she would.
Dylan may, but I won't. But no, I don't fart on things.
Dylan would.
But Ashley would. She'd be like, that's right, girl. Give it to me. I'll fart on it for you. Tutelage. Okay, so my first has to be, and I'll give you guys a very brief explanation. I know I'm going to do a video about this, but what gets an absolute reject, because this could be a reject or recommend, absolute reject from me is Juice Beauty. I have been using this for a couple weeks now, and honestly, I have never experienced anything like I have experienced with these products.
It's pretty bad.
I don't even understand how something organic can be put on my face and cause things to be inflamed. If it's organic, it should not be causing, it should calm it down, exactly, and not inflame it. But it would cause any kind of acne that when I was using Murad would literally wipe out and take away within a day. This would cause it to get re-inflamed,
and then she'd get new pimples as well.
And then not only that, but it would turn them extremely cystic. Like, not just like one cystic pimple. Like, I would get like 5 cysts in a pimple. Like, it was beyond words. I have had this thing on my neck longer than any pimple that I've ever had, and it is now only starting to go away because I'm using the Murad to undo what Juice Beauty did to my skin. I'm not kidding. If I could sue a company for using their product for 2 weeks for what it did, I would sue Juice Beauty, because this stuff is horrendous.
And when she used the Murad, I could notice a huge difference literally like
in
the
one
next
use,
day.
yeah.
And then with this stuff, I was just like, your skin looks dull. Like,
I would wake up, my eyes would be puffier than they were before. Even after I stopped using it, you guys, for like 5 days, it was like my body was rejecting what I was putting, it was still greasy. Like, I would put this on and it would lay on my face at night and I would stick to the pillow. Like, it just,
it's just not, it's
oh my gosh.
Bueno.
Not only that, but this spray. I got this one in my Fab Fit Fun. I wish I never bought this. This stuff, you spray it on your face and it feels like you just sprayed bacteria on your face. The only way I know how to explain it. It does not go in. It makes your face almost tacky. Like, if you wanted to have something that made your to be tacky to make your makeup stay, then spray this. But if you don't want to feel of gross, like you just sprayed liquid dirt on your face, then don't use it. But I've never in my lifetime experienced how bad this stuff, what this did to my face. And you couldn't pay me to use Juice Beauty again. That's how bad this is. So it's all going back. It's all getting returned and taken back, and I'm getting my money back. I will never ever keep and lose money on something that bad. I'm not kidding. They should be paying me for what I went through during that 2 weeks. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about these. These are my first no-nos because these are the So Juicy ColourPop glosses. I got all 3 of these for my birthday in Stunton, and okay, I don't need to go over the names, irrelevant. But I was so excited for these when they came out, not only because I loved ColourPop at the time,
ColourPop, yeah,
but because they are so affordable. They're like $6 or $7 each, and that's honestly amazing for a gloss. But when I got them, does not plump. This is real sticky. I can get away with putting on a lip balm under it and then putting this on top, but by itself, it is way too sticky. It is honestly disgustingly thick.
Like overdone.
It's just not good. Like, I'm gonna keep these because the ColourPop doesn't have returns.
You can't return them. That's why you're stuck with them.
I'm gonna make them work by, again, like I said, putting a nice smooth lip balm under and then putting this on. But no.
But that's sad that you have to use another lip gloss to make a lip gloss work.
Yeah, it doesn't even work when I mix it with my Fenty Beauty, and I'm like, no.
And speaking of ColourPop rejects, I would have all of them here, but I didn't take the time to pull them out. But I was so excited about these, and I just have never had a loose pigment perform so poorly as this, other than the Sydney Grace. But let me tell you, I took those Sydney Grace ones back out, and I used just water with them instead of a spray,
a
makeup spray, and they performed completely different. They performed better. So I never ended up returning the Sydney Grace loose pigments that I was going to return, because I know how to work with them now. But I tried that with these, and no matter what I do, they're just not performing like what. I can get a $3 Wet n Wild one and put it on, and it just goes on boom. I've gotten some at the dollar store that I put on, and it's like bam, they're gorgeous because it's a loose pigment. With these, it's so much work that it's just not worth it. And for me, it's a reject. It's a complete and utter reject on these. And I love the colors, but if the color can't get on your eyeballs, then it's no good, no bueno. Yeah. So, bummer.
So, since we're just talking about ColourPop, I'm gonna get ColourPop out of the way.
Sorry, ColourPop, but
this is their skincare line, 4-3 Beauty. This I got with this. This is a pair. This is their watermelon kit. This is the watermelon seed oil. Now, I'm not like against this oil. The only thing is like I didn't really see any noticeable difference at all. The only thing I do like is it's really the softest oil I've ever felt, and I'll use it just for like my hands or just, as a hydrator. But I didn't see like any brightening, no fading of scars. So this is just a pass because it's just useless if it doesn't do anything.
And the thing is like with the vitamin K lotion, she notices an immediate difference. Look, in this day and age, you can see a noticeable difference in skincare because it's come so far than like when I was a kid, where they're like, okay, 8 weeks, you have to use this for, on the packaging it would say, use for a minimum to 6 to 8 weeks to see any noticeable difference. Well, in this day and age with technology and everything they know, you'll see immediate benefits in certain products. Like Botox. Look at, there's so many things they can do to change things now. And for a product to not have any kind of results where you don't even see doing anything
it's just disappointing.
is disappointing.
But
So
it's not like I
it's
hate
not,
it. I
yeah.
just didn't notice anything with it. So, yeah.
Go ahead with that one.
Okay, so this is the ColourPop Super Shock Highlighter in Wisp.
Yeah, which would be mine as well.
Look at that color.
So not what they put online.
This is dirt. This is a
it
mud
looks like
dirt
muddy
color, and you can go on their website. They
it's like
have
putting
this.
On dirt strip on your cheeks.
They have a girl on their website that is porcelain skin, lighter than me, literally porcelain.
And the lights make it look really light.
It makes it look like it works for her. And I got it, and it's literally a muddy brown color. I got it for her.
She got it for me too.
And then I wanted it, and she got it for me. I swear. And then I emailed them. I was like, "Is there any way you can send me just a new
no, they
highlighter?"
didn't even respond.
They're like, "No, maybe you should try researching into the product more." I'm paraphrasing, but that's literally what she said to me. And I'm like,
really?
It's not my job to research your product when I put my trust in you guys. You guys showed it on a light-skinned girl.
Yeah.
She didn't respond.
And they lied. They lied by false advertising with the lights changing it. And because I could change the lighting right now on this, and you'll see every flaw in my makeup, on my skin, everything.
Yeah.
Because you have the ability to do that with the camera like they do, but they shouldn't do it and then not be able to back up their products like ColourPop. That's why ColourPop, I'm sorry, I loved their products. I love Super Shock Shadows, but I will never promote that company ever again because of their return policy, which I was completely ignorant to when I did my first order. Now, even in the comments, people were like, "You were just raving about them a couple weeks ago." Well, I'll be the first to admit that.
Yeah,
and I said it in the video.
It was our first ColourPop.
If you would watch the whole stinking video, I'll explain that in the video that I did do that. But I'm explaining now why. So don't,
you can love and be excited about a company at first and then change your mind, guys.
That's right.
It's very easy. And this, I was just super disappointed. The girl didn't even bother to respond back and be like, I don't usually do this, but yeah, I'll be happy to replace it because I know rude. It was wrong. No, they didn't even own up to that. And for this, I literally want to chuck it out. I want to chuck it so bad now.
People at ColourPop. And not only that, you guys, don't do what I did. I spent hundreds of dollars with this company without doing the research. Do the research. You know that ColourPop has more inquiries with the Better Business Bureau, that people have reported them to the Better Business Bureau than any makeup company in the world.
Yeah.
They have more complaints, millions of complaints against their company, and the Better Business Bureau has done nothing about it, which is pathetic. But look it up. They are reported to the Better Business Bureau by the thousands almost every day. So now I understand why. And I'm sorry, I don't want to give a company like that my hard-earned money. When you sell a good product, you back it up with a return policy.
Yeah,
and if you are really as good as you claim, then you take returns.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Period.
Sorry.
Yep.
Not
and here's one thing I'm telling you. I wanted this to be everything that I was hoping that when I got it. Let me tell you. I tried this. I got it in Allure, and I'm not kidding. Savannah gave me hers. Someone actually sent me one. I was like so excited. But let me tell you, I put this on my cheeks, and I could not believe how terrible this was. First of all, when you go like this, it skips across your skin. Like it skips. There is no gliding to this at all. It skips across your skin, and then you get this blotchy, muddy mess. And like I already feel bad. I can just take a blush brush and go boom, 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 and it goes right across your skin. It looks amazing. It's beautiful, but you have to really press hard.
You can see the patchiness.
Yeah, and it's patchy. It is terrible as a blush. Now, the only thing that I will be using this for is my lips. And
maybe not applying it with that huge thing.
Well, yeah, I'd have to change the color, but if I want to melon up my lips and get like a really summery look.
I have this. I wasn't that impressed with it, honestly. I'm like, the Natasha Denona palette is.
But let me tell you, terrible. terrible
there's better
on your cheeks.
cream blush things. Like I was saying, that Natasha Denona palette is really expensive, but her cream blushes are like
so disappointed.
so
and
amazing.
I was so excited about this. I'm not kidding. You guys know how excited, but you guys know I'm going to tell you the truth. This is terrible, terrible, terrible. I would never recommend it to anybody, ever.
I just want to take that off.
And that's my last product. Thank you.
That's her last. Okay, I'll go quickly. I have this Wet n Wild Jelly Highlighter. I got this for my birthday as well. I'm not gonna lie. It's a really pretty highlight, but it dries way too fast for me. And it doesn't seem to sink into my skin. Like, it doesn't blend well with my other products. So it just looks like a big glow cream strip. And I just don't like it. So this is a hard pass for me.
I don't.
Maybe I can return it.
I didn't like those either.
Hopefully I can. The next thing is this Brow Gal pencil. I'm sorry to say,
tried mine yet.
This is really creamy. It's a nice formula, but it's a little bit too pigmented for me. Like, I'm barely applying much pressure, and it's just too dark. Like, I have to go in really light-handed, or else my eyebrows will come out looking like a big
old
block.
landing strips. Yeah.
Like, it's really bad, and for that, I just really don't like it. I'm gonna go back to my ColourPop brow pencil because I like that. I don't like the company. I know we were just talking about them, but maybe I'll find a replacement for that one too. But I just don't like that. The next one is
This is the hardest one for her to do, let me tell you, because she loved this at first when it was cool weather. I think that's what it is. That's what I think it is.
It might be because she gave me her sample. She didn't like it. I tried it and I was like, this is literally the best primer I've ever used in my entire life. And
that was when it was cooler.
I was loving it. I was just like, oh my gosh, I need this for my birthday. I know it's so expensive.
And Dylan got her that for her birthday.
He did get it for me. And then I started trying it. You know, I've been switching up foundations. I've been trying to find new ones. Then I found one I really like, and I've been noticing that it's been clinging to like these weird spots on my chin where foundation has never clinged onto before. And I don't have dry skin. I don't really have pores like anywhere like right here that are like super noticeable. And it was just clinging, and it was
creating something it didn't do before.
Yeah, and so today I tried the No Problem primer just by itself because I love that primer, and it hasn't done that yet. So I'm like, okay, so it just has to be this primer because I tried it. I used this with the Juvia's Place foundation. I used it with the regular foundation that I use all the time.
And investigating to see if it was this or was it this, but I think it's because we're getting hot weather that it changes how that performs on your skin. Like, I think that's the perfect primer for winter, but now that it's getting hot and humid, it changes its situation when you start getting sweaty and stuff.
I'll probably go back to it in winter. I'll probably buy it when they're having a sale, but I'm gonna return it. I'm not gonna just have it sit in my room
for $35.
Yeah, I'm just not for $30 actually. I looked up the price. So I'm really disappointed. I think it's amazing. It made my skin look really great. But it's just, I'm gonna return it and get something else or whatever.
No, stick with the
yeah, I'm not gonna get a new primer. I'm not gonna get a new primer. I mean, but
yeah, the No Problem is still doing it, so stick with that instead of doing that in conjunction. Yeah.
No, I do love the No Problem primer. That one's amazing. And so yeah, and I don't know if it's the e.l.f. putty primer either, if that's been doing it, because I've been using that in combination with this and been putting it on my chin, but I haven't been putting it like right
where
here.
The other things are. So it's that. Yeah.
So yeah.
So those are our rejects, do not likes for June. We're going to be doing this regularly, both of us having our dislikes for each month. July's coming up soon, but we're still at the beginning, so we got plenty of time. But thank you guys for watching so much. We love you. We pray that God keeps you safe
in this crazy world we live in.
Bye.